The book. You found it. Quickly, give it to me. Surely you're not considering giving it to Marcella. Come now, that woman can't rub two caps together. Give it to me, and be paid. Can't say that I did, but that's all the more reason you should give the book to me.
Look what we have here.
They attacked while I slept. I don't expect to survive. I only pray that that you haven't taken that book to Obadiah. You must take up my mission. There is one way to utterly destroy the Krivbekne, but you must take a pilgrimage far north of Point Lookout in the Capital Wasteland. Seek a place called Dunwich. Within is an obelisk, itself a wicked thing. It'll consume the book. You need only press the book to its surface. May God shed his blessings upon you, child. Make haste for Dunwich. My God, I am sorry for all my sins with all my heart. In choosing to do wrong and failing to do good, I have sinned against you, whom I should.
You made it past my traps? Get out of here, mister. Aren't you afraid the ghost will get you? No, I mean it, mister. The ghost will melt your brain to mush. You need to get out of here, and fast. Yeah, well, bullets work on everybody. Try me, mister. I dare you. Well, alright. But any funny business, and I'll pop you one. My name's Kenny, and I'm the boss of this mine. Old Man Herzog's mine hole isn't much, but it's home. He was a mean old man, owned this mine 1,000,000 years ago, made the miners work real hard, and didn't give them any money or food for their kid. One day, a bunch of miners sat down and just stopped working. Old Man Herzog, he didn't like that. Not a bit. So he blew them all up with 1,000,000 tons of dynamite. No one wanted to work in the mine after that. Then old Herzog came down here and hung himself. They say his angry ghost still haunts the mine. That doesn't scare me, though. Swamp folk know old Herzog's mine hole, say it's haunted. So I knew most folk wouldn't want it this way, except outsiders like you. Doesn't usually take more than a clapperjaw and a leg to scare them off. I go out to play some days, and might bag me a shellman to eat. Most days, I just sit here with my stories and toys, though. I don't know, mister. You didn't try to kill me, and you seem pretty nice for a grown-up. But still, how do I know I can trust you? I used to have Kenny Bear around, but he fell down the big shaft back there. It's too scary for me to go get him. Maybe you can, though. Gee, thanks. I dropped him near the shaft, so he's probably at the bottom. Hello. Kenny Bear! You're the greatest! So hey, you can use this place as your hideout if you want. Hide from the folk out there, stash your stuff, okay? You're welcome. So, what do you want to do now? You want to play a game? Like hide and seek or tag or something? Fine. I didn't want to play with you anyway.
High roller, coming through. Welcome. Welcome to my extraordinary safari. Shall we get you registered? Only the finest bit of sport you've ever enjoyed. Once we review the rules and see to a nominal 1,000 caps registration fee, of course. But of course. What would you like to know? The participants, that's you, assemble in the arena. Once you've made your preparations, signal me with the button inside to begin the hunt. I'll remotely release a group of ferals against which you must defend yourself. Don't worry, I'll make sure there aren't too many loose at one time. You're in for quite a treat, if I do say so myself. Weapons are your own responsibility, sir. I'm sure you have your own preferences, after all. Not an option, I'm afraid. The thrill wouldn't be the same if you knew I'd release you at the first sign of trouble, now would it? Oh. Have I tried to chew on your skull, sir? Perhaps you've noticed my ability to string words into complete sentences. These ferals are nothing like myself. I'm no more a monster for providing them than you are for slaughtering them. That's the spirit, sir. The other participants are waiting, so just press the button inside to let me know when to begin.
Stay clear. Mr. Plick's really outdone himself this time.
So you're number 3? Well, let's get this thing going.
There you are. Found you.
Tremendous showing! I do hope the experience was worth every cap. Let's commemorate your first safari with a token of our friendship, shall we? This axe was misplaced by one of my other patrons. She won't be needing it anymore, and it's a weapon of gruesome distinction. Enjoy it. As you please.
Yes! Desmond will die, and our long struggle will finally end the only way it could have, with me as the victor!
Yes, and you will be able to spread your knowledge across the astral plane for all those wise enough to accept it.
No, not astral knowledge, you simpleton! Psychic domination! And that still won't be possible until you destroy Desmond's jamming device!
No need to worry, Enlightened One. We shall reconsecrate the mansion and remove the impurities disrupting your perfect guidance.
Yes, fine. Go destroy the house and its impurities. Just stop that jammer and I'll be free of you morons once and for all.
Yes, we shall be free of all limitations. Thank you, Master. We shall be the instrument of your mighty will. Hello? You are a fellow seeker of the higher planes, perhaps? What brings you here? I may be the man who leads our physical affairs, but I cannot claim true wisdom. I take my orders from a higher master, whether it be how to explore higher planes or the decision to remove the disruptive ghoul. All wisdom comes from the transcendent master. Would that I was so wise. No, true leadership of the tribe belongs to the higher mind of the Enlightened One. Although his mind has moved beyond the need for flesh, his consciousness still returns here to guide our people. I merely interpret his wishes. He manifests here, high on a ledge in the great sea cave's well. Perhaps, if you are fortunate, he will choose to share his wisdom with you. We take no pleasure in violence. Our goal was merely to remove the ghoul. His presence is an offense to the Transcendent Master's astral dominion. I cannot claim to understand the exact reasons that the mansion's resident caused such disruption, however. To understand fully, ask the Master. Yes, commune with him, while I see to my tribe. There is much to be done.
So you're the mouse that was scurrying around here? Not much to look at, but at least you're not drooling all over yourself. I can work with that. Now then, perhaps you can be more useful than that simpering spiritualist and his tribe of idiots. What you are interacting with is merely a holographic projection, and a rather clumsy one at that, but it's all I can manage at the moment. As for myself, you gaze upon one of America's greatest minds, preserved through the miracles of science. Much more elegant than shambling on as some rotting corpse for all eternity, don't you agree? Jackson believes me to be some kind of god. You'd think that would be good, but his interpretations of my commands leave something to be desired. Regardless, I trust you can be more effective than he has been. I need your help on an important task. There's a troublesome ghoul who lives in Calvert Mansion. I need him destroyed and his jamming device neutralized immediately. More than you could possibly imagine with your squishy pink mind. But the only pressing matter at the moment is a device in his possession. He has a jammer that limits my projection range to this pathetic cave. Remove that and I can extend my reach so much further. Killing Desmond would be a nice plus, but I'm sure we can get around to that later. Desmond, that bag of bones and bile will pay dearly for his trespasses. Were it not for his interference, I would still have a body. Still, its absence has only honed my brilliance, so perhaps I owe him my thanks. An appreciation I'll show in the form of a quick and messy death. Of course I did, but that moron thought it was one of his adult visions. The real goal was to destroy the ghoul's jamming device. Honestly, those fools aren't worth the meat they're made of. A minion that can't follow directions is no use at all. Yes, away with you!
I knew it. I knew that little bastard was behind all this. After all these years, he's stuck his head out, and this is my chance to cut it off. Figuratively speaking, of course. Him. I should have known. My old rival, so close to his family home. Only he would be so stupid. He was once a man, Professor Calvert. The Calverts owned half of Maryland, back when there was a Maryland to own. Members of the Calvert family were influential all over the world. They practically owned a deed to the U.S. government. In their best days, there were no less than 3 Calvert family senators, 7 members of the House, and 2 governors. They even had a top candidate for president, until that scandal with the dog forced them to drop out of the race. I was particularly proud of that one. Calvert is my old rival. Centuries we've played this game. I knew he'd be stupid enough to hide so close to his family home. It's not a matter of hate. It's a matter of destiny. He is my enemy, and I do not suffer any bastard who opposes me to live. I knew he was here, and it is my intent to find him and call down a righteous fucking hammer on his head. Figurative, I mean. His head. Of course I fucking want you to do something else. You don't expect me to trot around this mud hole myself, do you? Or what? You think I haven't been shot before? Think that you, over the thousands who have tried, can take me down? You'd best wise the hell up and play along. I'll get what I want, and you'll get rich, and then we can go about our separate goddamn ways. So, those half-wits are getting messages from the professor, right? So he's off somewhere, broadcasting to him. But without those buggers to do things for him, he can't do much for himself. So, we cut off his ability to talk to him, and he'll need to try harder. Maybe then I can find this squishy little worm and finish him off for good. If I know Professor Calvert, and I do, he's using a high-frequency cognitive sign broadcast. I have the perfect device to jam up his little talk box. All you need to do is take it to the highest point on the shore and install it. Easy, right? Right. Attach it to the bottom car, then turn it on and spin the jammer to the top. No fucking problem. I'll watch from here and turn it on. Then we'll see where our little professor is. Now, go!
It is I, Professor Calvert. Don't bother looking around. I'm in your mind. But aren't you Desmond's faithful little employee? Coming to gum up my work, are we? Well, I have a better idea. How about instead of playing his game, you destroy that nasty little device? Deposit it in the nearby trash compactor and we will never have to worry about it again. I assure you that the gratitude of Professor Calvert is worth a great deal more than that of a washed-up old limey. You fool! What have you done? You will pay for this! Pay! Found you. No one betrays me! Do you understand? You will suffer this! You fool! Hey! You...
Death to the unenlightened!
killed my pups, nearly killed me. For what? He doesn't have the body to fucking do it himself, so he tried to blow me up. Me? Well, this ends today. Desmond Lockhart will finally win out. I know where he is. He overplayed his hand this time. You and me are going to walk in there and end this. The lighthouse. He's got a lab under there, the little fuck. Right under my nose the whole time. I found it when he boosted his signal to try to get through the jamming, when he sent those tribals to kill my poor pups. He's down there, hiding behind robots and machines, sucking life. Pathetic. He dies now. Now that's more like it. Follow me. You're about to witness the end of an era. Come on, he can't be far. Help me.
for me.
Found it. Kill them all. Finish. That's all. Stay close to me, damn it. Deserve that.
Come over here, boy. Let's talk.
At last. There you are, you slippery bastard. At last. Let's end this here and now.
Ah, yes, Mr. Lockhart. At last we meet face to jar. But I'm afraid at the end of this, it is you who will meet his end.
No, Calvert. I brought someone with me. Someone very special. This stranger tricked you into letting me find where you were hiding.
Yes, Desmond, but whose side is he on? Do you know? Can you be sure? You always were so bad at choosing your allies.
Well, we shall see, shan't we? Destroy him.
No? How dare you violate my inner sanctum? I demand that you exterminate Desmond at once. He is my enemy, and you will be rewarded. One beyond your imagination, beyond reckoning, the most amazing gift a living creature can be granted. Then you shall die along with him.
Hey. Hold still.
Commencing active on hostile. Will be administered.
Let that be. I'll have none of your posture. You crazy, ungrateful bastard.
So vulgar, Mr. Lockhart. After all this time, you still haven't learned to expand your vocabulary.
Well, I certainly can do one thing that you can't. I can fucking well walk.
You know nothing. You are nothing. If you're such a man of will, attack me and be done with it. Or do you fear for your life?
And here we are again. I'm so fucking sick of your empty threats. You disgusting, greasy, uncranium bastard.
Your words mean nothing to me, Mr. Lockhart. You are a foolish and vulgar man, incapable of the slightest forethought.
And you, always with empty fucking threats and meaningless drivel, but never the will to act.
You know nothing. You are nothing. If you're so will attack me and be done with it. Or do you fear for your life?
This never fucking ends. You and your pathetic threat. You disembodied pathetic self.
So vulgar, Mr. Lockhart. All this time, you still haven't learned to expand your vocabulary.
Always empty fucking threats. At last, the world is rid of that sniveling, disgusting, arrogant brain. Think of it. Everything he learned, everything he had, it's all here, and it's all mine. Mine. Moron, you cannot possibly comprehend what this is worth. I've been battling with Calvert for over 200 years, and now at last I am the victor. And now, 200 years of technology, knowledge, and research that he stole from me. Every time he beat me, it doesn't matter now. You're free to take whatever you find in this disgusting place. What I came for is of no interest to you. Enjoy your spoils. I don't think our paths will ever cross again, and I think we can both thank Christ and say hallelujah for that.
just in time. Found out who went rooting around in our skulls, and you'll never guess who it was. As a totally unrelated hint, I'm in charge of his boat now. I consider it payment for what he did to my poor sliced-up brain. I was gonna do the same to him, but I figured you'd want the honor. Seems that when the tribals would send someone to the swamp, he'd be waiting around to nab 'em when the Pungaseeds gassed 'em. He'd do his amateur surgery for the tribals and let us wander back, all in exchange for punga fruit to trade. Sweet little deal he had going on. Yeah, he seemed nice enough, didn't he? I wouldn't have figured it out if I hadn't snuck into his engine room while waiting for you. From the look of it, he kept every bit of gray matter he cut out, and he had quite a collection. You can take a look if your stomach's up to it. And while you're in there, feel free to give Tobar my love, preferably with the sharp end of a hot knife. First off, I'm claiming this boat. I put Tobar down, so it's mine. Them's the rules of the ocean. So that leaves me with a boat, a load of punga, and a wicked scar. Damn if I haven't earned that adventure I came out looking for. Think I'll take over running this ship. I can travel as I like and always head back to the wasteland to see Mom. Not a bad way to live, huh? Of course, you can always ride for free. Death to the unenlightened.
Yes.
Well, if it isn't my favorite traveler. And oh, what a trip you were on. Why, when you were under, you should have heard some of the things that came out of your mouth. But I suppose you're more interested in what came out of your head, aren't you? Why do we do anything? You travel the world, kill people, take trophies that interest you, and move on. I'm much the same. The only difference is that my trophies are somewhat more medical in nature. Oh, and to be honest, I probably kill fewer people than you do. But I suppose it's time that came to an end.
one way or another.
What the hell?
We having fun yet? Now that I've got this sweet boat, I guess I can head back home. For a while, anyway. Just wait till Mom sees the haul I'm bringing home. Yeah. We having fun yet? Good to see you again. Yes, thank you so much. And now that she's got this boat and carrying all this cargo, well, I can afford to actually pay you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your help.
Bernard, Free Dog. All you need to know. News time, children. Good golly holly. This is the worst thing to happen to our neighborhood since the HOA instituted the mandatory scavenged rags dress code. From Rivet City to downtown DC, the Enclave is on the scene and setting up shop. Children, I don't care if you've ignored every other word that's come out of my mouth for the past 5 years. Please, hear me now. And believe. The Enclave, and that includes their homecoming king, President John Henry Eaton, and his gorilla, Colonel Augustus Autumn, are not here to help you. Wake up, children. The Enclave have a giant truck full of Brahmin, and they've been spoon-feeding you the bullshit. These guys...